the options though. Honestly, I actually kind of like the Wraith King.
I mean, those are like in terms of having disables.
Yeah,
Is there
there's
anything
not
else
many.
really?
Oh, there's still Void, right? Oh no,
They
Void's
banned it.
banned.
Yeah, they
Yeah.
banned it. Well, I don't think there's anything else coming out that I could see that would be kind of fit that role.
What about other position ones in general? I mean, there's still Life Stealer. That's not bad.
No, yeah, I think that's fine. You
That's
could.
probably the most like default pick here, I guess. If you're too worried about the potential counter builds coming out up against the CK.
Yeah. What else is there? I don't know. They could try going fast and pick another pushing hero if they wanted to.
If they play Monkey King, he's good here too, I think.
They exit wounds did last game. They go for troll instead. Actually, I like that a lot.
Oh, okay, that's fair.
It doesn't have the best lockdown, but it's got a slow to help out with cold feet earlier into the game with the rolling axes. Give the DK the battle trance, just having generally better push down because of it. He should be fine against Tidehunter. So yeah, I think this is a good pick for Team No Throne.
Yep. And not a lot of time to answer back here for exit wounds. Assumedly a position 1 hero.
Yeah, they
They'll
played
get the
that
Monkey
last
King
game.
themselves.
They'll go back to it again. It looks like they must have had a good game with it if they're feeling this strong about the Monkey King. How do you feel about Monkey King? Do you think he's in a really good spot? I mean, I haven't seen if he's been picked a lot in ESL Birmingham or anything like that, but he seems like he's coming kind of back a little bit, I'd say.
He hasn't been picked a lot, but I've seen a lot of games where I was like, man, this would be a pretty good monkey game. Like, I think the hero is still strong.
Yeah.
It is a very specific role that he's kind of fallen into where your goal is basically if you see a hard to deal with laner, you pick the Monkey King. Legion Commander fits that role. It's also nice if you have someone who has really good chase and you're trying to keep up with them. So I always like to think of like a Clockwork. I think Monkey King pairs really well with Clockwork because you can just approach just as quickly. And that's kind of the same thing with an Ember Spirit. Like these two heroes can just jump on top of someone and try and blow them up.
So I spoke incorrectly when I said the Monkey King was picked up by Exit Wounds. It actually wasn't. It was actually picked up by Team No Throne, and that's the Magnus Monkey King team they had. And they actually lost that game for for Team No Throne, excuse me. Exit Wounds won with a Wind Ranger, a Faceless Void, Bounty Hunter, Omni Knight, and Jakira, which I think is a pretty good draft. And it looks like we'll have a quick pause. In spite of the earlier lag issues we had, we didn't get started too late. I mean, we only missed the game by like 5 minutes. I think we had a 5-minute delay. And then they forfeited the game pretty much immediately thereafter. So we're actually kind of ahead of schedule in terms of getting to our next series. But, of course, this is Game 2 of a series that we didn't cast at the beginning of today. The Water versus Neon Atomic game. If you're looking for that, that game is that series is over. Water FF'd. Neon Atomic have a 2-0 victory. By the way, I don't think I said this to anybody except for Trent, that Water actually forfeited out of the tournament. They're having some big internet issues. Apparently, there's some cabling issues between SEA and Australia and New Zealand. That's where the cables broke, and they haven't been fixed yet. And so they figure, okay, we're not going to be able to play until this is fixed, and it probably won't be fixed by the end of the tournament. So there's no point in just getting destroyed every game and feeling bad about ourselves. We're going to forfeit and try to figure something else out. So, I mean, sucks for them. Unfortunate. That's the issue. There's some internet issues happening across the world for sure. But anyway, this is a completely different match, so we'll see how it goes. All right.
Alrighty. So any weirdness in our lanes? They're gonna go for a first blood bottom. Not surprising. And probably just rotate the Sand King or the AA top depending on what they feel like is gonna do better.
Yeah. They could try lane, but I'm not sure that's a popular. It's not a popular thing anymore. It looks like I've seen it once or twice, I think, but maybe in this tournament I can't remember. It feels like tri laning kind of does exist, but it just seems so. How are you going to get experience on your other roaming support? What are you going to do? Like, it's not even really roaming anymore at that point. I don't know. They're gonna drop a ward.
It's just tough because like mid lane is so hard to gank now. Like there's just no room to maneuver on these damn cliffs, and like the tower is so close to the river that you have to be so precise when you're going for those dives. And so if mid lane's hard to gank, that means that this is just like an impasse. So like you want to pressure this top lane. Okay, I finished pressuring this lane, then I have to run down here to do stuff down here, or I'm TPing every time, and just not efficient.
Yeah. And with the 5-minute bounty runes, it makes it just sometimes running or TPing to get those bounty runes and to try to find a fight around those bounty runes would be better. But now that they're 5 minutes, it's just like, well, I don't know if we want to do that anymore. Meanwhile, Burrow Strike comes out, and Exit Wounds get 3 of them. They will get the Cold Feet onto the Jakiro, however, and this could be trouble. They've got the Whirling Axes coming in from Meow, and that should be the kill. Good miss, unfortunately, stops Meow from getting it a second earlier, but it doesn't really matter. He still secures it, and that will be first blood, but they do trade away the 3 bounty runes for it.
Yeah, that's not worth, I don't think, to I'm pretty sure first blood is worth more than 1 bounty rune.
Yes. And
First
especially
one's
on the
only
troll,
50, isn't it? Yeah.
Yeah, it is. It is 50.
Yeah, so you're just concentrating 30 more gold onto the core hero as opposed to spreading it across the entire enemy team.
Yeah, if you get it on support, maybe it's different. Hold that thought. SBB is going to get caught. The Cold Feet Burrow Strike combination. You have the Whirling Axes to set it up with the slow the Cold Feet starts. Then you have the Sand King, who's usually not the best hero at level 1. With a really small Burrow Strike range, he's able to find that kill. So they're actually tri-laning. Exit Wounds are having some lag issues. And PC problems, apparently both. That is unfortunate.
Oh, no.
Yeah. That is not good. I thought they might have rotated one of the heroes like you were talking about top lane, but they get the kill on the Tide Hunter. If they can keep doing that, I don't think there's any reason not to stay down here. Although, again, your experience is going to be limited, which is an issue. Maybe they rotate after they get another kill or 2 and head top instead. And it's not like Legion is going to have a... She could still do really well on her own, right? So it's not that big of an issue, although it is...
Yeah, I think she... I'm not sure what she did up here to manipulate the wave so well, but she's going to have it in a really good spot.
Yeah.
And she doesn't... Okay, she doesn't have any last hits yet, so she's just like aggroing it and pulling it and trying to drag it back so that it's going to start somewhere near the bridge.
It's a Nyx assassin harassing her, so she's not going to take that much damage. But if the Monkey King starts hitting her with Jingu, that might become the problem. So walking up to get CS, probably not the easiest thing for green. But otherwise, you have overwhelming odds to secure last hits. That'll probably make things a lot easier. All right, we got the tipping going on. This is the circle jerk of tipping, where everybody on the same team tips each other. And it's great.
Excellent.
Yeah, I mean... Wait, so do you lose money when you tip? Because you're tipping 25, right? So you're tipping your own battle pass points, or how does that work?
No, I think you can just give away 3 every time. You don't lose anything.
And it takes it from like a pool that doesn't affect you, I guess. That makes more sense. Yeah, if you're just giving away your own battle points,
tipping does not cost your own battle points. So try to spend all 10 each week.
Oh, I can't tip? Are you kidding? What is this? Oh my god.
That is a...
Caster's tipping would be the most BM thing ever, in a pro game especially. Could you imagine? OD Pixel just tips like some team that's getting destroyed or something.
Maybe we can find a console command that lets us do it.
Oh, we need to talk to JJ. The unfortunate thing is right now he's observing, so I can't.
How dare
him.
he?
Right? What's his issue? Yes. So hopefully we'll get back into this soon.
I got our Arcana vote for this week. I haven't done that yet.
Oh yeah, I should do that too actually.
We got here. Ooh, Nature's Prophet.
Ugh. I know you love that hero.
We don't want him in every game.
Yeah, I know you love that hero, but every time you pick him, I die a little inside.
Yeah, sorry, bud.
That that one game where you picked Nature's Prophet when we were playing the in-house, we were so tilted. We were just like, we need to ban this next game. Literally, the only thing out of our mouths was just like, this is so. We'd be having a million times better of a game if this Nature's Prophet didn't exist. That's exactly what we thought.
Yeah, he is something.
Oh,
I'm really shocked at how little he's being picked up in like some of the bigger tournaments right now.
The Nature's Prophet?
Yeah.
Yeah, I've seen him a few times in this tournament. He's been played as a 4 position where he's like dual off-laning because he has so much base damage. You have the Treant, especially against Gyrocopter, where you have Gyrocopter's Rocket Barrage, and you have the Treants just block the Rocket Barrage damage, and you're fine because your Treants die, Rocket Barrage does nothing. And then you just turn around and try to kill him with whatever other offlaner you have because you have.
Yeah, he's like forced to max flat cannon or something to try and deal with it.
Yeah, it's like, and I've seen that a lot actually. Level 1 flat cannon, maxi flat cannon. It's not that surprising to me when it does happen, considering who you're against. I really do like the Nature's Prophet. I think I've talked with Brax about this, where he seems to like. You get a ton of farm on that hero, and he just feels like he doesn't do as much as other heroes do. You know what I mean?
It's true. He definitely doesn't, and that's the main problem. It's because it's really hard to itemize for a stun. Like, you can buy an Orchid or something, but in the end, you kind of need a stun on your position 4 in a lot of ways, just based on, like, other common 1, 2s, and 3s. So, like, a Sand King is just going to do so much more in the mid game. A Tusk is going to do more in the mid game. And if you want a stun, you got to buy Scythe. So you need to, like, I've seen Nature's Prophet players just, like, straight up buy a Scythe on this position 4 thing. And it's like, okay, I mean, you can get the gold relatively fast, but it certainly shows the massive hole that is in the hero. Or you just need to back it up. I mean, that's the true thing, is that you need to just get more stuns on the rest of your team.
Yes, exactly. So it's not only itemizing, it's also drafting well around the Nature's Prophet. I mean, he's good for a lot of things. Pushing is like, split pushing is the one way Brax described it is that there's better heroes that do what he does, with the exception of maybe split pushing. You know, that's the one area where he excels, essentially, where he TPs around the map, he makes treants, he has a Shadow Blade or something, and he's able to get out of a situation and kind of just force the enemy team to play his game, which they really don't want to. It's kind of annoying. But we saw a game where he had the most net worth in the game, by a wide margin, like against an AM and against some of their hard farming hero, and the damage he does is negligible with that item, or with the items that he had, which is really surprising. I mean, he still did damage, don't get me wrong, it's a different, I don't know.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
You know, it's a sniper or a Luna or something, you're shredding people.
So it's a whole different thing, but that's the Nature's Prophet discourse for another day, as we should be getting back going soon.
They're changing PCs.
I almost want to believe that the Windows update kicked in, and they just got screwed by it.
See our Mango heroes for today, guys, for all your pubbing needs. Alchemist, dead hero. You can go and play that. That's exciting. Earthshaker, very quality Mango hero. Big fan. I mean, that's a couple extra fishes for roaming around setting up some kills.
Yeah.
Oh, we're back.
We're into it. Well, thanks for updating us on the Mango heroes. It's really
no problem.
Good stuff.
Also, Crystal Maiden, special shout out, because she's on there too.
She actually, having mangoes is pretty useful.
Oh yeah, mana. She's great.
Okay, we're not back. Do you want to keep going?
Yeah, gladly. All right, so yeah, Huskar. Double Mango is kind of like, I mean, you're still playing Huskar. What are you doing with your life? You're picking Huskar in pubs. Like, go outside. Night Stalker. That's one of the most money Mango heroes you can get. It's like Night Stalker, Undying, Treant Protector. Those are my 3 big ones.
Yeah.
Night Stalker's fantastic. All that regen.
Yeah, the regen is good. And then you also have, when you hit nighttime, you got to throw a couple of extra voids. You're in there with the mangoes.
Oh, you queuing with a friend today? You want to win? Oh, look, it's Omni Night. You can go Night Stalker Omni in the off lane with 4 free mangoes.
God, stop.
The game's over. It's done.
Ideas.
Just leave right now. Turn off the stream, boot up Dota, call your friend, go play some Night Stalker Omni Night.
Have a good day. You're almost guaranteed to win as long as you're well, I mean, you're probably going to win anyway, regardless of what happens with your carry or your mid laner. You know? You
don't need them. You're Night Stalker Omni.
Yeah, you just run at people on your own and you win, unless they bring all 5 heroes to the fight. But even then, you can get out of a troublesome situation, so...
we got some lame Agi cores. I'm not even going to talk about them. We got Ricky.
Wow.
I mean, at least you can play support Ricky with the mangoes is kind of okay, but you're still a Ricky, so meh.
Yeah.
And then, as we mentioned, the CM, and then Lich. Lich going to have you on mana. He's also pretty good. Clearly, you do need the Lich Skull to make it work. Oh, we're back.
The new item, yes. Yeah. I was going to mention we, in fact, had return. We didn't miss much, just a lot of farming kind of going out. I was going to say, you talked about Huskar picking.
Yeah.
Saber picked Huskar accidentally when we was trying to ban it, and then I said, okay, this is turbo. Let me pick Oracle, the only time I'm actually going to be able to do anything with this hero. And we won, despite me missing a couple of false promises. It still worked out.
Excellent, excellent. I'm glad to hear it.
it was... And the funny thing is, we just lost to a Huskar the game before that, and I said, this hero, it was a Huskar Dazzle, and I said, this is dumb. Why are you picking Huskar Dazzle in turbo mode? And then we literally did the same exact thing, except worse, with Oracle. So...
well, Jakiro was waiting mid for a while, trying to snipe the courier, and then just said, screw it, I'm going top. Runs through the vision. It's like, yeah, that's right, I'm on my way. Legion not given a lot of respect, so she just swapped inner TP, but ran out of mana.
She's got a mango now. So, I mean, she can use it, but... Then Pale has been used. They do have the Monkey King stun. This is going to be dual breath. She doesn't have overwhelming odds, but the unfortunate thing is they were not in the best position to go for that kill. And she was able to just sit back and tango up and regen. She's fine, actually. She's going to try to leech this experience, so... That was an interesting kind of play from Xing, who's looking for that kill. Maybe they could still get it. Impale, dual breath. She's got a salve.
He's got the boundless strike.
Oh, that's the ability. Look at that range. She casted it from freaking like there.
It's unreal.
It's kind of stupid, almost.
But we have actual tri-lanes happening because of these rotations, and Tidehunter is not going to get a lot done. He just can't come out here. This is a level 2 AA, and saying he doesn't even need level 2. He just needs level 1, and all that matters.
I'm not even sure this lane gets better with Tide's levels, because the Troll's never going to put himself in a situation where he's getting Anchor Smash, or at least he shouldn't, right? Yeah. So they find him with a Sand King stun, Cold Feet. It's obviously magic damage. You come in with the Whirling Axes to slow him down. He's going to get the Cold Feet latch, and then he just dies. So what is it? He's going to just jungle on the Tide. He's trying to buy a Quelling Blade. This is a rough game for him currently.
Yeah. He's going to get found out, though.
And that's
saying he's making all the right moves.
Yeah, they see that this Tide is not bottom. They're like, there's only one place he could be at this. It's not like he's getting bounty runes. It's not like he's doing anything else. He has to be jungling now. And the Sand King is essentially stalking him. And they're the same level. They are TPing in this Nyx Assassin. This will give more room for the Legion Commander top lane. Good Burrow Strike from Fantasy trying to get out of trouble, and he does. And that is still, that's a TP used and time wasted that could have been used otherwise for the Titan to last hit in the jungle. That's actually pretty big for Team No Throne.
Yeah, as long as he got the stack off, that actually kind of works out.
Oh, okay, yeah.
That saves it. That Nyx did help with a double stack.
That's actually pretty big.
But, and now the Nyx can stay down bottom. Like, the Nyx is going to be more effective in the bottom lane, especially because he still has the 3 mangoes.
Yep.
So he can play down here. And then the Jakiro can just spam out the Legion.
My God.
But Legion does have the Purge.
That's 7.4 regen for the Nyx Assassin. They will smoke for Team No Throne. They have Fantasy leading. Remember, it's level 1 Burrow Strike, so look at this range. It's pretty abysmal. They need to get a Dragon Tail. Do they have one?
He doesn't have it.
So this gank's not going to work. In fact, Object was already spotted, I believe, by this ward. The smoke broke. He was very far from him, but I think it was like the max distance range when the smoke will break, and it does. He's going to come back around. The ward doesn't spot him yet. It's about to. Maybe he gets into the tree line. Now they know that he's there. Flame Guard's going to go, and Kumi should be fine, even without the searing, or the... Maybe he's not. He stayed a lot longer than I thought he would. The Ice Vortex comes in. They need the Burrow Strike, but again, it's level 1. There it is. Another Ice Vortex. There's the Breathe Fire. They're actually going to get this kill. I thought he was going to be okay, but...
I think he only saw the AA, right?
Yes,
he did. So he was like, well, I'm not going to die to this.
Yeah.
And then the smoked up Sand King kind of tricked them.
Yeah, I thought he was going to play more cautiously considering they didn't know where the Sand King was on the map, but...
Yeah, I would agree. But easy from our point of view, I guess, to
yes.
just make those assumptions.
Exactly. But that's a big kill. Kumi was doing okay in the mid lane. Of course, now the DK is starting to gain quite a lead. He's level 6 to the level 5 of Kumi. He has his Elder Dragon form, which I'm sure he'll use momentarily if he wants to try to go for a push. More space for green top lane, who's level 4. The Tidehunter has secured, what, level 3 now? Yep. Meanwhile, they found the Nyx Assassin with the Burrow Strike and Cold Feet combination. And it does latch, although it was close. He has no Spike Carapace. He tried for the Impale. He actually canceled the animation. SBB might be dead. Cold Feet's back up and ready to go. And this looks to be a dead Tidehunter. Whirling Axes come out after he realizes that, hey, he just used his Anchor Smash. We can go for this kill. That's 2 quick ones for TNT. And some really good work putting by these supports who are, in fact, roaming successfully.
Yeah, they're in a lot of trouble on the Dire side right now. Like, the level situation is quite bad. It's almost a 1k experience lead at 6 minutes now. Because the Tide's still, again, level 3. Nyx level 3. That's the same as the AA and the Sand King. And you have a level 5 Legion Commander, or 4.5, I guess, Legion Commander top. But a couple of range creeps here to help out the Legion and get her closer to 5.
Yeah, this is going pretty damn well. And I know the Monkey King is free farming, but so is this Troll Warlord. And there's a 500 net worth advantage for this DK in the mid lane. And he also, actually, that Elder Dragon form didn't do much to that tower. I'm pretty surprised about that. I guess Kumi was able to deal with it with Flame Guard and Searing Chains. Just, that seems pretty interesting.
Also level 7 DK too.
Yeah. Man. God, there's actually... Sorry, this is a quick sidebar. There's nothing scarier than being in a house on your own and hearing just random noises upstairs. It's actually so frightening.
Okay, it's probably just the spiders.
There have been a few I've seen recently. There was one in the bathroom. He literally almost crawled to my foot when I was in there. It was not a great experience for me. Of course, there was the mouse situation, which we had the other day, which was even more scary. And
you guys got to get a grip on that place.
I think we did call... Well, hold that thought. They're going to kill this Monkey King, potentially. Cold Feet should latch. It doesn't. Wow. And that Boundless Strike might save him. Tree Dance still on cooldown. He keeps getting hit. Oh my god, he salves up. He actually is going to survive, it looks like. He has to jump on a tree, but he's fine otherwise. Maybe the tower hit will kill him? No, not enough. Oh, the overwhelming odds. He has 10 HP. Oh my god, he should be dead right now. I'm surprised he's not. Elder Dragon.
Even goes for the shrine, too. Wants to get back into it. I like it.
Man, that is insane. Woo.
All right, now they have to see if they can make a play here under the assumption that he's not back yet. And I think they, yeah. Oh, no.
He missed.
They didn't pull the trigger.
Burrow Strike comes out. They did use the ultimate from the troll, but I think he's pushing bottom. Sick overwhelming odds, but they turn it around. They get off the Jingu Mastery. Fantasy now on the run. He's got Burrow in too. Can use it to get out of trouble. He's actually going to use it aggressively. Nyx is fine, though. He has Spike Carapace. They didn't have the Cold Feet mana either. Had they had that, maybe they get the kill, but nope. So that's a pretty crazy turnaround for Exit Woundz, all things considered.
Yeah, just a very nice play. They weren't expecting the shrine. Thought he might have went home.
Another Dragon Form with an Illusion Rune. Kumi is getting aggressive. I think he should have. He must have.
He's getting the hurt.
Oh, the Elder Dragon Form was done. Maybe that's what he was expecting. He did take a lot of damage. I don't actually think he has a Remnant up. Not that it matters. He's going to bottle up anyway, so he's fine. Still a lot of damage done.
He could use the TP, though, so that he can do his Remnant shenanigans
Yeah.
and just, like, stay in lane.
Needs the Courier. Oh, the salve almost got canceled with that Breathe Fire. That would have been huge. But not happening. He's so... Tread's Soul Ring on the DK. Net worth-wise, he's like 600 ahead of the Ember Spirit.
This troll is level 9.
Yeah.
Level 9! In a safe lane.
Yeah.
He's the same as his mid.
Yeah. Man.
That's crazy.
It's like TNT are playing old style of Dota, like last meta Dota, and it's still working somehow. Like experience-wise, they are now this is the issue, is that they've been roaming so much between the AA and the Sand King. They're actually the experience issue you were talking about before for Exit Woundz is now kind of an experience issue for the Radiant supports.
Yeah.
But yeah, that's the trade-off. Is your cores got a lot of levels.
Of course, they're indeed spooky. But A is gonna start pulling a little bit just for the experience.
There he goes. He's gonna chain the pull successfully and keep this wave back in his favor. Vendetta.
So if he gets Tome, he'll have 6, and I think they should give it to him.
They know where Fantasy is. They pinged him out. They want the troll instead. And Meow needs to be very careful with how he approaches this next wave. I think he might be dead. And Pale actually just hits. That was very close. They're going to pop the Flame Guard. The Ice Vortex slows them down enough. They're going to get the Whirling Chains up. Here comes the Battle Trance, but it's a good Ice Path coming in. Dual Breath comes out. They need to be careful. They don't have Ravage yet, but it is still going to be the AA dead. However, if they don't lose another hero, it's still probably fine. Fantasy's going to get dove with the Remnant. He should die here. The Burst Strike comes out at the last second. The Impale's there. They don't have much backup left. The Ice Path actually might kill Meow. They need to buy back and TP in. And they're going to pop Troll Warlord's Whirling Axes. He's in trouble. The Ravage comes out. He just got level 6. Troll's in trouble. He got hit up by the Ravage, but he's still alive. Kumi's going to survive the Whirling Axes, the Ice Vortex. They need a Dragon Tail. They have it in 1, and they're going to find it and get the kill. They're actually going to use the Dragon Tail on the Nyx Assassin instead. A very good buyback for Fantasy, but they still do lose the Troll Warlord, but not before he gets the kill onto that Ember Spirit. This is pretty critical.
In the end, it will be a net worth lead for the Dire, especially with the buybacks. It's certainly helping out, even though it's just a 3-for-3 trade. But there was a Radiant lead to start things off. I think it was really greedy to. I guess it wasn't greedy enough is the correct way to say it. But like they didn't use the Vendetta damage, right? Like they tried to just go for the stun out of Vendetta. And that was because they wanted the troll kill more than anything, and the troll's so fast that if you actually put on the Vendetta damage first, it's going to be really hard to hit the stun.
Yes.
That's understandable, but I kind of feel like they maybe should have just targeted one of the supports and then try to dive him under the tower or something, but it worked out in the end. And now we'll just have another Vendetta attempt as he comes to the top lane.
And this time they should find green. Overwhelming odds comes out. There's the Impale. They have the Boundless Strike. That should be enough with the Jingu Mastery, and it is. One thing I was surprised by was the fact that the Legion didn't come bottom during that fight. I mean, they were diving the Tier 1 tower pretty heavily. I don't know. I guess you might have been doing, just getting farm is more important for her to get that Blink Dagger. Hold that thought, though, as Kumi is going to go right on to this Troll Warlord. If they get these 2 kills in a row, it's huge. He just get off the Whirling Axe. They need the Shrine. They're going to find it. The Remnant. It's not enough damage. He's still running at this point. Object throws up the Ice Vortex of the Cold Feet. He's still alive for now. The Whirling Axe is not enough to save his life. The Flame Guard is able to get the kill. And Object's the one that is running now. They get off the Boundless Strike, or excuse me, the Tree Dance jump. And Object should be dead with one more auto attack. And he is. He does get off the Cold Feet onto Key. And now Loon is coming in, but he doesn't use his Elder Dragon form, and he's too slow to find this kill onto the Monkey King. So a couple of good minutes here for Exit Wounds.
Oh, their Shrine just came up, though.
And
if they wanted to pop him, go back in with the Vendetta.
that Dragon Tail does hit, but he's on a tree, and he cuts down the wrong one, unfortunately. And Burrow Strike misses as well. So Elder Dragon form, at the very least, they will push with it, so it's not the worst thing. But they could have gotten the kill on top of pushing. And maybe they might take a fight as Cat is...
Well, they didn't Shrine, though, so he has no mana.
That's true. He almost has Arcanes. Not quite there yet. He can go for a Vendetta hit, but that's it. And it's not going to be enough damage. They dust up this Nyx Assassin. They just got it. Fantasy pops it off. With Spike Carapace, he may survive for a moment. He's going to try to turn back around the Vendetta hit, but there's the overwhelming odds. Green wants a duel. They've got Ravage. They're going to turn it around. They have Searing Chains as well. A big fight coming in. Exit Wounds starting to turn it. Here comes the Epicenter. They get the kill on the DK, but a good fight again. TNT are the ones turning it now, but the Magnifier gets dropped down. Crazy abilities used on both sides. Fantasy is going to fall, though, and a great counter initiation from Exit Wounds. Ice Path comes in. A perfectly timed Ravage for SBB. And that gets them the slight net worth advantage for the first time of the game.
I really disagree with giving the Sand King the tome. I think that was a mistake. I feel like there have been
A couple engagements now where if they had the Ice Blast, it would have gone better. I mean, I'm impressed he even got off the Epicenter, honestly. Like, that's kind of insane. But it's so much easier for Sand King to just go find those levels. And AA was just sitting, camping mid for a while there. Just got 6.
Yeah. And that Ice Blast probably turns that fight around even more. They get an extra kill out of it at least. He might die. At least he's got his level 6 now, but...
Yeah.
He does throw up the Ice Vortex. If they use the Primal Spring,
they're
he
too
dies.
worried about the...
Yeah, they back. They have a ward. They see Xing. But Green is nowhere near his Blink Dagger, plus they have a ward here. Elsewhere, they're taking a fight on the other side. They've gotten to kill onto this Troll, which is way better. And they still can't quite get the duel. And this Ice Blast is going to be used for pretty much everything. He does get the duel off finally at Cat. He does send up the Ice Blast, but it's hit on anybody. I mean, the path hits on Xing, but here comes the Monkey King ult, which is they're just backing off immediately. There's no way that you want to fight in that. So they get a duel, and it is, I think, a dual victory. It is. But it's for your Troll Warlord, who is your core.
I guess we know why they didn't give him the tome. He doesn't know how to use the spell. That must be the issue.
Guys, sorry. I was a little off the mark there. I don't know what happened. Man, he sent that.
I mean, that's what he's trying to do, but I think he was trying to... He thought they were going to get the duel at a certain point or something. But anyway. Alas. All good.
They desperately need Blink Daggers, as you can see. Like, really badly. On all 3 of their heroes. They're going to go SNY on Loon, so he's not going to go for it. But the Green Legion Commander and the Fantasy Sand King, I think that's the big issue. Meanwhile, Cat gets the kill onto the Object AA. They want more, and they might actually kill Meow if the Monkey King came back, or excuse me, the Ember Spirit came back in. He's thinking about it. Overwhelming odds, the Battle Trance coming in. They're going to try to find a Dragon Tail. Kumi gets off a nice Searing Chains. Cat might just be dead. Good Impale actually does a lot of damage. Cat's going to try to juke. Oh. Oh. No, he's dead. I tried hubbing that up, but the outcome was clear. So that's they did some work on the Troll, but he survives. They got the AA. He's they really just need the Blink Daggers. Once you have the Blink Daggers, this game gets a lot easier, I think, for Team No Throne. And now bottom, they have found a Burrow Strike of the Tidehunter, but he will find the tower anyway with these Siege.
Yeah, you can't add just for the deny attempt. Did not work.
Yeah, when you get Anchor Smash especially, you don't have that much damage already on his tanking, so I don't really think that's going to work out. So there's a 2K lead now for Exit Wounds.
They're killing Sand King.
Yeah, he's mega dead.
Very dead.
That's his Battle Fury, by the way, for Key. He actually picked it up before that fight. I think he's ahead of the Troll. Yeah, he's way ahead of the Troll by like 700 net worth. So sick. And they have bots on Ember Spirit. I forgot to say that. He's also building into Maelstrom. The new Fangled Maelstrom with Mithril Hammer and Javelin. How exciting. I guess it's not that new anymore.
Pretty great. Big fan. Playing Wind Ranger or something. Feels like she's amazing builds now.
Yeah, that hero is way better. She was dead for a while, I think.
Yeah, she really was.
And she's kind of back from the grave. It's not quite like the most popular hero yet, but I think at some point she's going to start getting picked a lot.
She's like Crystal Maiden, where she's just like a fan favorite, so she's always going to get picked, but realistically, they're pretty bad.
Yeah.
Now Windrage is not bad. She is quite good.
If she gets one more slight buff, that's just going to put her into actually, like, pickable a lot territory, I would say.
I think she is in that territory now, honestly.
Okay. And there's a good chance we saw in our last game. Well, we didn't see it personally last game. It was picked up by the team that won Exit Wounds. They actually had Void Wind Ranger, which I think is a very good combination of heroes together.
I think Kuro was running support yesterday too for Liquid.
That must have made you hype.
Yeah, that's pretty good. Big fan.
What do you even like? Do you just go max power shot or max shackle shot? I'll hold that thought.
I don't know what he did that game actually.
He is very tanky, but he is still dead because of Ice Blast and really good damage from Green. They don't get the dual victory, which is a little sad for him, but it's still a huge kill. And that's the Blink reveal, and that's exactly what they needed to do. No TB from the Tidehunter, who does have Ravage. He also picked up a mech, too. Looks like we might see a tier 2 for tier 2 trade, though. We'll see if they can find something. No duel for 28 seconds. I don't think they're going to try to go again on a tower, or excuse me, on a dive, but they will get the tower. Or they're going to try.
Oh yeah, that's right. It was a it was the GH Wind Ranger. It was weird because they picked the Wind Ranger and then they picked Caudle, so I was like, oh, it's gonna be the GH Caudle, but it was actually the Kuro Caudle and the GH Wind Ranger, which was kind of blowing my mind.
So what did he build, like item-wise and ability-wise?
And he went max power shot, as you'd expect.
Yeah.
And then he just went into Force Staff, you know?
Yeah, that sounds about right.
Oh, and then he went Meteor Hammer, which was pretty hilarious, because you can just shackle Meteor Hammer.
That does sound hype. Meanwhile, Sleight of Fusarian Chains, Kumi is back in. Ravage hits onto 3. Nicely done, Ice Blast, but there's the Boundless Strike. Ice Blast hits only onto the Tidehunter. Overwhelming odds, but they get the kill with Kumi coming with the Maelstrom. It's going to be 3 dead. Exit Wounds turning it right around. No Blink Dagger needed for this Tidehunter. He almost has it, but with that Ravage coming out, 3 dead and plenty of room for Key on this Monkey King, who now is a Shadow Blade, along with his Battle Fury that he's already picked up, and they're going to try for the tier 1 tower push top. That was something.
4K lead, probably looking to get bigger, though.
Uh-oh.
Like Amber and Monkey King.
Ooh, that DK actually went in pretty hard. He was really banking on the fact that they don't have detection, and he is correct. They don't have detection. They actually are just buying dust now on this Nyx Assassin. And he's going to get off the Dragon Tail, Breathe Fire. It might be enough. They needed the Battle Trance a second earlier, and he's going to find an Invis Rune.
Oh, my God.
And they bash, Roach bashes Legion.
Oh, AA?
They're going to find the Troll down bottom. The Monkey King ult coming out. He's dead. Did they get the kill? Oh, did he actually snipe him? Oh, my God.
He sniped the bug. He got him right there. See ya. Sad face. Wrecked. Nice night. Nice night.
Roche Bash. Loon is chasing after Kumi, but Kumi's not having any of it. In fact, he gets up a Maelstrom proc, which doesn't really help Loon. What else was I going to say? Oh, they needed to Battle Trance a second earlier if they wanted the kill on the Nyx Assassin. Still, they got the kill, so it doesn't matter. But they did lose the Troll bottom, which is a bit disconcerting. He's actually died kind of a fair amount. He has Battle Fury, but he's kind of far behind now.
They need Aegis on him.
Yes.
And then they need to start playing really aggressive with the Legion Commander, because Legion's way behind her counterpart in the Tidehunter. That's like a third of the deficit is basically their little gap.
That is a 2K gold gap. And really the difference maker is Tide number 1 has been farming really well down in the bottom lane especially. And also, he rotates, takes like a 3-man Ravage, gets those kills. And then
and he goes right back to anchor smashing lanes.
Exactly.
Yeah.
And Legion now getting chased, and she might die again, and this is not going to help her deficit. She's down for now 36 seconds. The Ice Blast comes out, hits no one. And now a 6K lead for Exit Wounds, and it just feels like they're kind of playing better right now than Team No Throne. Team No Throne had a really good early game, but since then it's not gone well. And this Monkey King continues to get huge. He's actually just around the corner from a BKB. He has enough for the recipe, then he can buy the Mythical Hammer. And with how quickly he farms, it's not going to be very far. It's not very far before he can get this BKB. And with that, they can really fight pretty heavily. Man. Oh, the Tidehunter didn't go Blink Dagger, and I think that's probably a good choice. I don't think he actually.
Yeah, I don't think he needs it. You can get it now. It's fine.
Yeah. The Sand King now is Blink Dagger. This might be the turnaround time for TNT. That was the issue they were having early game, missing out on the duels and the Sand King stuns because they didn't have Blink Dagger. They have the blink on the Legion Commander. Obviously, she's still really far behind, but this blink on the Sand King is maybe your best chance to get back in this game, potentially.
Yeah, it's coming pretty late, though.
Yes.
It's going to be really hard to get this done. And Ember Spirit's close to a Lincoln Sphere.
Already? That's pretty brutal.
Yeah, I mean, I say close. It's like 2k away, but I mean, it's an Ember Spirit, so.
With bots. Yeah, he's just going to farm like crazy. And they're going to try to take a fight. This troll is dead again. And that was a really smart setup. They lose the tier 2 tower top. They all just sat around here, waited for the troll to farm mid while it was pushing. Like, you don't expect that. You're farming under your tier 2 tower, and they're pushing top. You're like, where's the enemy team? They're killing you under your own tier 2.
Wow, they got the Ember.
Yeah, okay. At least that's a good trade-off. That's the Blink Dagger coming out for the Sand King. They had the Shadow Blade on the DK, and enough damage for the level 2 Elder Dragon form. So there is that. And it's going to slow down the Ember Spirit, but the tier 2 tower has been taken mid, and a lot more room for Exit Wounds to work with. And Green's just farming away. He's like, I need another item. He really
he noticed the Ember Spirit, the Ultimate Orb, so he's to buy the Halberd.
Yeah, because he was going for
he
Blade
can't
Mail
get
earlier.
Blade Mail.
Yeah. That makes sense. And there it is. That's a BKB. I mean, at some point, I feel like with Solar Crest especially, you could take Roche probably for your Exit Wounds. You need to get another kill before that. But
yeah. And they need to deny it, too, because Radiant need Roche.
Yes.
You don't need it as the Dire in the current state. And yeah, they're scanning because they know. Like, Radiant have to try and take this.
There's a ward that kind of spotted the movements of Kumi and the rest of Exit Wounds, so they kind of know they're coming this direction, and Fantasy's going to back away just in time. And they've drawn a circle, a very accurate circle from Fantasy, saying that, hey, the entire team is here, and he is not wrong about that.
They saw the Legion with that uphill ward, though.
She's backing. I honestly think they pushed it in pretty far. They might they might just go for Roche now and kind of just hope that Team No Throne runs into them, because if they do, you Ravage, you probably win a fight.
Yep.
So this is the perfect timing to go for this Roche. And it is, again, falling pretty damn quick. This is without Gush on it, even.
And it's only a level 1 Ice Blast, so.
Yeah, and they're not
that
even
big a
sending
deal.
it out. It's too little too late. They're going to smoke. It's way too late. They could still try to take a fight. I'd be surprised, though. They're all like full HP for Exit Wounds. They have now an Aegis on key. They send out the Ice Blast. Now you should back. That Ice Blast missed.
Yeah, now you definitely do not fight.
You have no Troll Warlord either. It is time to get out of that situation. And I like the arrow being drawn from Exit Wounds, although the Tide ran into green, but I don't think he was spotted. Oh, he's walking into a ward right now. Troll needs to, like, TP immediately, and he does, so. And now the next assassin might be the one in trouble. He's so close to his Blink Dagger, too. Oh, my God. Yeah. Dragon Tail, Breathe Fire, dead. And now he's, well, he only lost like 100 gold at least, but still.
Sorry. Sorry, team.
Oops. It's not that big of a deal. There's no tier 2 tower at least. Although Green is getting run. A good blank from Green, but he's still getting chased down. They don't go for the Primal Spring. I think it might have been on cooldown. And, all right, so at this point, Team No Throne are just trying to avoid any fight that they can, but they're losing a lot of map control, too, especially around this mid lane. So it's a little rough. I mean, if this troll gets BKB, this game might get a lot easier, but the fact that he didn't get Aegis, as you mentioned, is pretty brutal. Down 9.
Just looks so much easier for the Dire. I mean, you could say the Radiant still have better initiation, which is pretty true. Like, the fights and the pickoffs for Exit Wounds have basically been like them lurking while Troll was under that tower. But, oops, I missed the balance right. Monkey King.
Epicenter, this is BKB. He gets bashed up, but here comes Kumi botsing in. They do have a duel. Kumi might need to back up. The rest of the team is coming. Oh, they stun up the Tidehunter. He's looking for a Ravage. They've got the duel, but he needs to initiate. He needs to Ravage now. He does get it off, and they might be able to turn this fight around. Loon pops the BKB. It's a 3-for-1 with that Ravage alone. SBB getting a double kill, and now Loon is going to try to turn on to this Nyx assassin, but the Guardian Greaves keep him alive. The Sled If Searing Chain combination. No BKB left. They've got the Impale. They've got the Dust. Shadow Blade will not save you now. And that is a great Ravage counter initiation. They did the best that they could trying to stun the Tidehunter, but it wasn't enough.
Man, that Ember Spirit did so much damage while the Monkey King was stunned. He was just shredding through everybody. And, I mean, that was 1,500 damage from Tidehunter, too. Nothing to scoff at. Big Ravage. Got a couple Anchor Smashes off. Nyxas gets the Blink Dagger. Came prepared with the Dust. What a hero.
Yeah. It took him a bit longer. Maybe they would have liked to get the first kill on the Monkey King, but even if they got it quicker, I think they can still get that Ravage counter initiation off and still win that fight. I mean, it's great that they got the kill on the Monkey King, but now things, like you mentioned, this Ember Spirit, he did a ton of damage. He's going to continue to do a ton of damage. He has now a Lincoln Sphere up, which makes him almost an impossible dual target. And I'm saying not impossible because they have almost the Heaven's Halberd done for the Legion Commander. Meanwhile, Meow is getting run at. Don't go to farm that wave. Get out. Get out. He should have TP'd earlier. He's dead. Oh. He has no BKB. And he's dead.
Yeah, just trying to keep some semblance of pressure. Maybe try and force certain rotations for exit wounds, but it's so difficult when they're so mobile across the map with the Ember Spirit and the Monkey King, and it strikes again mid.
This
kind of feels out of their hands now.
The bot's Ember Spirit has done so much work this game. Even just farming, even finding kills, as we saw in the last 2 engagements, last 3 engagements. He's been pretty much everywhere, as you mentioned. They now have a Tide Blank Dagger, so he won't have to worry about getting stunned by a DK. More than likely, he can just Blank Ravage. And it is a 12k lead, and I don't want to say it's insurmountable, but it feels pretty rough at this point for Team No Throne to win a fight.
Yeah, there was just so much pressure on the... Basically, the 4 heroes, except for Troll, to do stuff this game, and I don't think they ever really found their groove. Like, they had a couple pickoffs of the Dragon Knight, and I feel like he's played relatively well, but the like there was never really that many like Ice Blast setups early game, and the Sand King Blink Dagger came so late, and the Legion Commander Blink Dagger came and then didn't get anything done.
Yeah.
She just got that 1 duel victory on the Monkey King, and then the 1 duel victory early on, and that's it.
Yes. You know, they were trying to find these gank attempts on the Monkey King and on the Ember Spirit even. He's died once, whereas the Troll, it feels like every time they went for a gank on the Troll Warlord, it was successful. Like, he's died... I know it's only 6 times, but it still feels like a lot considering the early game.
Yeah, and the Dire Vision has just been way better.
Yeah.
Maybe partially because of the Nyx Assassin like roaming around Invis, but pretty sure Jakiro's been placing most of the wards.
Yeah, I think so too. I think the Nyx has just been like looking for kills. He has Dust, and that's really all the... He's only been really carrying Dust. I don't think he's been actually been warding.
Yeah, it's been the Jakiro who's been planning all of these.
Yeah.
He's like the high ground ward in the base, and then that other one up top. They had that big ward up on the cliff as well for a long time. Like, they have just seen everything the Radiant have been doing.
Key walks up, steals the bounty rune away from Loon, who's now going to maybe die. He has to pop his BKB instead. He's going to go for a TP. Unfortunately, no way to disable him. They don't have the Troll Warlord on their team. That's on the other team, so... They're going to try to take a fight out elsewhere, though, as the Nyx Assassin has been spotted, and this is the Impale. That was the issue, is that move speed of the Troll Warlord is so easy to get out of a bad situation. Ravage only on 1, but if they get the kill, it's probably worth it anyway, and he, in fact, will die. They pop the Guardian Greaves. Meow is getting chased down by a Gush. They did another Sleight of Fist Searing Chains. They have it in 1 second. Pops the BKB. They didn't even need to. Well played, says Cat. I die, but the rest of my team is doing great, so what's the problem? They roll in with the Fire Eminent from Kubi. They're looking for Loon. They don't have detection. It's actually the Sentries and the Dust on the rest of their support heroes who are not involved. Burrow Strike coming out. They want Key. He doesn't have his BKB. The Ice Blast will sail. That will get the kill. And that's actually him dead for 83 seconds. So, you know, losing your Troll Warlord, losing your Legion Commander, that's pretty bad, but at least they got something out of it that time.
720 gold for AA. Woo!
Wow, he actually is rich. He just bought a full Glimmer, I think. Yeah, that's not surprising. He got a total of 1,000 in that fight alone. Free Glimmer Cape.
Not exactly the breadwinner you want, but hey, he put out a lot of damage. He earned it.
You put a lot of work in this game, Object.
Congratulations.
This is your complimentary Glimmer Cape that you're getting. Hope you enjoy it. You're going to die anyway, probably. Well, Butterfly now on the Monkey King. All that's left to do, more than likely for Exit Wounds, is secure next Roche. And with that, another Ravage and potentially a game-winning team fight. Kumi has Shiva's Guard now done, which is pretty damn good. Extra armor to work with. And, you know, it's just this Tide has done actually so much in this game compared to the Legion Commander, and she still has only 38 dual damage at 32 minutes into the game, so pretty great offlane performance, despite the Tidehunter having not really that much room in the early game.
Yeah, it feels like they've just been kind of like spreading the map, and then when Ravage is up, they're grouping, and then spreading the map, and then Ravage is back up so we can group, and they just... Every time that they give the fight to Team No Throne, they're just completely prepared.
Yeah.
This time it's 30 seconds away. They're already started their smoke, and by the time they connect, it should be just coming up.
And they'll initiate with like a balance strike or something like that. They'll have an ice path follow up. The Ravage will eventually come up if they decide to fight with Team No Throne with all 5
They always have a numbers advantage. Like, I feel like every engagement has started like this, where they pick off the troll or some other hero like this.
It's the combination of the Nyx and then the Ember Spirit TPs into a creep wave that just happens to be close by. Ice Path almost finding the Sand King. They do get off the slide if this Syrian change. He's going to Yule some stuff. He has the gem. If he loses it, it's pretty brutal. Not going to happen, though. He'll stay alive for now. Monkey King going to pop his ulti, and they're just going to go to work on the tower. And Rax, for that matter. There's a 4 versus 5 engagement if they want to go for it. There's no Ice Blast. They're going to try for the duel. They get off the Halberd. Good Ice Path. That Macro Pyre is going to destroy them. The Ravage connects along with it. It's 4 dead already. Key pops the BKB. He's not even going to die, it looks like. That was beautiful. The Jakiro was in the perfect position to turn that fight around, and boy, did he. And my God, did they combo it perfectly.
One would be tempted to say it was over.
I don't know, Trent. They said that the Ancient Apparition's alive now, so you got to hold on a second.
That's true.
My God. This is a tier 4. This is almost certainly game. Exit Woundz is going to take the series 2-0. They just looked better, at least in this one game that we saw. The first game, I'm not sure who played better. Obviously, Exit Woundz won, so more than likely just a better team in this particular best of 2 series. And they're going to assert their dominance over Object. And as mentioned previously, the Glimmer Cape will not save you. That is a 23k lead. GG is called, and that was beautiful. Exit Woundz a pretty damn good game for him. Great stuff.
Excellent. Yeah, just outplayed.
I would say they had a harder to execute draft on the Radiant side. And they just didn't find all those moments. The prioritization early on, too, I think, was just difficult. Like, I think they needed the AA Ice Blast a little bit earlier. I mean, they were leading. I mean, that troll was just so far ahead. But that's not a problem with trolls, that you get, like, ahead in the lane, and then you just buy Battle Furies, and you feel kind of slow, you know?
Yes.
He went S and Y, right?
Yeah,
he
was building. I think he did build it. He actually didn't finish it. He was going for S and Y. He built a Yasha.
Oh, and then he built the Battle Fury.
Into BKB. He was always going Battle Fury, I think. Then he went S and Y into BKB, or he tried going S and Y into BKB. Yeah. And of course he couldn't get to that point. You're absolutely right though, and this is the issue I find with Troll a lot of the time, even in pub games when I play him, is just like you feel like you're owning in laning phase because that's what he does, and he gets ahead super far, but you're super squishy. Even you have this quick move speed, you could still die really easily with all